Hello there YouTube! So, it's official, just 46 days left until the GCSEs, and you might be panicking, but don't worry, that's understandable. Everyone has been there. I've personally been panicking before my GCSEs, and don't worry, we get you. So in this video, I hope I will motivate you and give you some sort of practical guidance into how you can organize your remaining 6.5 or so weeks as effectively as possible to maximize your chances of getting high grades. Before we begin, I'd like to warn you that cramming one night before the actual exams does not work. I'm sure you knew that before, but just to reiterate that it doesn't work. Instead, you should be starting your revision as early as possible. So what I recommend doing is after this video, you sit down and you organize your remaining time according to whatever I'm about to tell you, and then you start revising. So let's dive into how you can organize your weeks and your days, how you can plan out and prepare for your GCSEs as effectively as possible. First thing, identify your weaknesses and your strengths. So for example, if you're struggling with English essay writing, but you're good in science and maths, prioritize English essays over your science. Second step is to get organized. I love using this physical notebook to organize my days, and it's been really productive. I found it very useful, and it's a great way to go about. I also use digital things. So digital apps like Notion is really good. I organize my YouTube videos there and my business side of things. So if for anyone who's not aware, I run a tutoring service called Studyply. We offer free revision resources as well as free tutoring, so you can check it out in the link below. So yeah, get one of those things, either a notebook or a digital space where you can store your ideas and organize and plan out each day according to your needs. So back when I was doing GCSEs, this is how I would plan out each week. For example, on Monday, I would write 2 English essays, and later on, if I have time, I'll do a science past paper or do some topic questions for it. On Tuesday, I would do maths and history. On Wednesday, I would learn German. On Thursday, I would do something else, etc., etc. You get the picture. Splitting your each day into a particular subject just helps you with organization in general. You already know what to expect on a particular day. You're already more prepared to write down your plan, right, in your physical notebook. When you're sitting down, occasionally I'm thinking, what should I do on this day? What should I do on that day? And when you already know what particular subjects you're going to be doing then and there, it's much easier to prepare your plan. So split up each day into particular sessions and make sure that you include breaks in between. You want to avoid burning out, which is a very common mistake when trying to revise for exams. The way I personally overcome it is through removing any distractions. So for example, my phone is really distracting. I always scroll through TikTok and it's really annoying and it's really counterproductive. So what you have to do is you have to lock your phone far away from you, or at least delete your apps that distract you, such as TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is. Just delete it for the time being of your revision, for the time you're preparing for your GCSEs, because they're more important at the end of the day. So once you get rid of any distractions, I also recommend starting to wake up really early. For example, I wake up at 6, and really getting those a few hours in the morning really does help. I always believe the way you start your day is the way you spend it. So if you start it right and you start it productively, you will spend it productively. So after you organize your weeks and your days, this is what you gotta do. You gotta start practicing your subjects. So do past papers for that subject, do topic questions, find revision resources that make you practice, because practice solidifies your knowledge. You already have the knowledge. Well, I hope at least you do. And if you don't, I'll give you some advice later on how to prepare without any knowledge at all. But if you do have the knowledge, it's simply about practice. Really getting your brain to use the information you already know, putting on paper, and preparing for what to expect in your exams. At Studyply, we have a bunch of maths questions. You can check it out using the link below. For science, I recommend sites like Physics and Maths Tutor to find your past papers to do. Same for English, just search up English Edexcel past papers, then you'll find a bunch of questions. For English in particular, it's all about writing essays and getting feedback. So what I would recommend is each week you write a couple of essays, you bring it to your teacher who reviews it, and you learn from your feedback. Work on your mistakes and improve. Over time, you will get ready for the exam, and it will be much easier for you to write during the exam because you already have been preparing through practice. Practice really goes for any topic. In particular, practicing questions that combine a range of topics into one really helps you. For example, for maths, a question that involves, for example, simultaneous equations and circle equations will get you to connect all the dots at different areas of your memory, and therefore it will help you on many fronts of retaining your maths knowledge and making sure that you're ready for the exam and you know what's coming to you. And finally, don't stress. Stress is very counterproductive, particularly in an exam. If you're feeling stressed and you're panicking during the exam, this is what I recommend you doing. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. That actually tricks your brain into believing that you're calm and therefore relaxes you and relaxes your brain. As a result, you will feel less stressed during the exam and you're more likely to derive some logical conclusions and find solutions for whatever problem you have before you. Now, going back a step, if you have absolutely no knowledge about a certain topic, I recommend going through the theory of the topic and then doing practice. So for example, if in chemistry you're doing something like tests for cations, I recommend you learn the theory first, see all the tests that you need to know, and then you practice some topic questions which you can find in abundance online. And finally, just a quick overview of the video. First, identify your weaknesses and strengths and prioritize the subjects that you're not particularly strong or feel strong at the moment. Secondly, organize your weeks and days wisely and spend your time really wisely and start early as you possibly can. So again, start after watching this video. Thirdly, practice. It's all about solidifying your knowledge that you already have. So get practicing and that will help you a lot. And lastly, don't stress, okay? Stress is very counterproductive. It causes your body to release cortisol, which has been linked to dementia, and it's bad for your health as well as bad for your exams. So don't stress, it's all going to be okay. At the end of the day, GCSEs are there to test your knowledge, and just think of it as a fun experience, as a fun challenge for you. If I was able to go from a U in my science to a 9, and actually I got all 9s at the end of the year, 11, you can definitely do it as well. It doesn't take a genius to be academically successful. All it is about consistency, motivation, and the ability to practice and keep learning. I hope you found this video useful. Again, I would invite you to our Discord server with the link down below where you can find a bunch of different maths questions, as well as you can ask help from our tutors who are there to provide any answers for questions you may possibly have. Please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye guys.